Our time had not yet been spoken into existence when theirs ended. Tavayel, a world far removed, a people destined for destruction. Karenya, the second in line to the throne, a throne she was now fighting to keep, had been routed by the forces of the first. A violent end to 1,000 years of peace. She fought back visions of her father weeping, as surely he would. Could he see what his children had done to his legacy? There wasn't time for that now. The first, Shariadin, was breathing down her neck as she retreated to the stronghold of Tavayel's capital city. There, the defenses were able to decimate his numbers and hold him at bay. Shariadin refrained, instead choosing to surround the borders on the ground and in the air as he called for reinforcements from the west. He had waited years for this moment. He could wait a few more days. Karenya was on the defensive, outside and in, as her supporters intensified their doubts and their questions. Gone was any notion of representation from the populace's mind. It had simply come down to one monarch against the other. Many within the second's ranks contemplated betrayal and surrender to the first. Certainly the second would have to be put to death to appease the new king. The siege lasted months, and the people inside the city walls began to starve. Karenya was running out of time. But Karenya discovered a most peculiar anomaly within the infrastructure of the palace artificial intelligence. A voice, unlike any the system had utilized before, simply repeating her name at various moments. One evening, as she tried in vain to get a moment's rest, it called to her from the walls once more. She answered it. It responded by manifesting a presence right in front of her. Her father, the king. He was alive. She tried to embrace him, but he wasn't truly there, merely a projection that she could recognize. The transference had succeeded, but somehow he transferred to the wrong system. It just took him time to piece himself back together. But he was here. Karenya begged him for wisdom, for direction, but his reply was very simple. She must let the people choose between her and her brother. If they desire to return to social programming and singular governance, then they must be given the power to choose it. Karenya was heartbroken. These were not the words she had hoped to hear. His eyes reflected a sense of her failure. He told her it had to be her. And he was gone once more. And she wept.